Okay, good day everyone. It's me, God's favorite princess. Um, I'm very glad to see you guys once again. I've been willing to actually talk to you guys about this particular topic. It's titled Growing Spiritually. And to all the fathers out there, I just want to say Happy Father's Day. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord protect you all. So, basically, today I wanted to talk to you guys about growing up spiritually, whereby our Bible verse is going to be, our memory verse is going to be taken from Acts 6 verse 4. So, people may say, I'm growing. A lot of people may abuse that word. In fact, that word has actually been abused in a way, because every single time we normally hear lots of words that are used out of context. So, people may say I'm growing without actually thinking, what is growth? What is growth talking about? What is growth when it comes to your personal life? They'll say I'm growing, I'm trying my best. Yeah. So right now I want to talk to you about growth. Growth is an expansion of capacity. From 1 Peter 2 verse 1 to 2 and Corinthians 3 verse 1 to 2. So growth is all about shedding off old habits, and these old habits are things you normally used to do as a child. Let's say, for example, sucking your thumb, let's say shouting unnecessarily. So I'll just give a few examples, like using foul languages. We all know the foul languages that are being used at this point by young adults. They feel like it's a good thing, but they still say they are growing. But that's not the growth we're talking about. This is spiritual growth. We're talking about growing up spiritually. So, using foul languages, lying, and all others that you may ever think of when it comes to the spiritual and real life aspects. So in the spiritual context, it is not about going to church every day or during the required days. That doesn't mean you're growing. A man might be in church and he will say, I'm growing. How then are you sure that you are growing? You just sit down in church and then you're listening to the pastor is talking, the pastor is understanding, is looking at the faces of his people that came to church. And this man who came to church now, he didn't listen, like he didn't even focus. He would just be pressing his phone, he would just be thinking that he's listening. He's not opening his ears. Faith comes by hearing, so they say, and that's what the Bible said. Everyone says it. So faith comes by hearing. You grow by hearing. That's knowledge. So spirituality is all about knowledge. You cannot grow except you gain knowledge. So it's not by sitting down in church every day and saying you went to church, so therefore you're growing. You didn't take notes, you didn't ask questions, you didn't do anything that will show that you're literally growing. So it's not by going to church during the required days or on Sundays like today. It's by it's all about desire. It's all about communication with God and commitment. You have to stay put. to going to church, having communications with your age mates, people older than you. That's the essence of going to conferences. Every single time, every single day, we normally hear about conferences. Like the conference that I attended, which has to do with campuspreneur. I had to gain some knowledge. I had to gain understanding of who an entrepreneur is, the things that entrepreneurs normally pass. Because if you actually go to church and you ask questions, you will hear, okay, these people now, they're talking about their own life story, what they've been through spiritually. They will tell you, okay, once you get to this phase, this is what you pass through. It's all about knowledge, you know. So it's all about communicating with God. You talk to your Father every single day. You read His Word and being committed. Yes, being committed doesn't come just like in a wink of an eye. Rome wasn't built in a day either. So little by little, you say, okay, week 1, I'll read Genesis. Let's say Genesis the first Genesis 1 to, let's say, 12 in that week, or Genesis 1 to 7 per week, and then you do it like that, to the ending. And then the second one, you do it like that, let's say Genesis, Exodus, you continue till the end of the Bible. And then you build this willingness, you have to find willingness to pray every single day. So questions now. The question is, how do I know I am growing? This is a very important question because people will just say, I am growing. There is nothing moving in you. I know some people say, I don't feel any changes now. How will I know I'm growing? I know when I'm growing. When I am growing, I get uncomfortable doing those things that I used to do. So you get uncomfortable doing the things you were able to do before. Let's say a guy was able to lie all the week, all the day, all day. You say, okay, have you eaten this morning? You know your parents don't actually want you to stay hungry. You say, I've eaten. There are consequences of lying. There are consequences of stealing. So you will know when you are uncomfortable doing the things you used to do before. Because not everybody will be comfortable if they are now mounted in Christ, if they've gained that super identity or idea that this is what a grown-up Christian does. They will not do those things that used to be very good or look good in their eyes. So you will know when you are growing, you will stop doing the things that you were comfortable with. So recently I met a friend that I had to cut ties off with. I decided to give space because I decided to grow myself, to gain more knowledge, to gain more understanding about life and all areas of my life. The guy asked me while I was having lunch that whether he could sit down. I was like, yes, no problem, you can sit down. Although I didn't want him to sit down, but because it was a public space, I was like, I can't restrict people from sitting down wherever they want to. So I decided to let him sit down. So he asked me to actually talk about or bring up a topic, and I was like, what topic do I want to bring up? And in my mind I was like, God, this guy, he just wants to bring up my past. So eventually we had a conversation, and then I started asking him questions because normally, even in friendships, you will be uncomfortable surrounding yourself around people who who aren't even willing to see you rise, who aren't willing to see you grow. So I decided to ask him, are you open to are you open to expansion in your spiritual life? He was like, he's not really comfortable, he's not that kind of open. And I was like, actually in my mind I was like, seriously speaking, you are saying this. You are saying this as a friend of mine. You are to be open to Christianity. You're supposed to be open to changes, because eventually as a man, challenges will come, and definitely that's when you must learn. Right now, David knew God early. He was open to changes early. So when he said that, I was so surprised. I was like, so this is the kind of friend I want to surround myself around. So he also told me, even socially, because there are words he uses like the foul languages. So it actually affected me on Christmas Day. I mistakenly used a foul language on my brother, who is quite young, and I cried to God for forgiveness because I knew that I wasn't like that. When you surround yourself around people who aren't spiritually grown, they will take a lot of your good morals away. Bad morals corrupt good attitudes. Let me put it that way. Because when you surround yourselves around those kinds of people, you keep on getting stagnated spiritually. So now let's talk about what I mean when it comes to that conversation I had with the guy. That meant that he wasn't willing to grow, he wasn't willing to expand, he wasn't really to say, yes, I really want to have this conversation with Christ. You say he wants to be open, but sometimes even in church, even in his church at home, it's either he's reading, it's either he's playing, it's either he's actually doing different things. And I was like, seriously speaking, you are not being realistic at all. So I saw him today at the cafeteria again. He was thinking, even while I was coming back from church, I saw him. He was walking slowly. I was on call with my mom, and I was on call with someone, and a lot of things. Like, I was just watching him from afar while talking with my mom, and I was like, this guy wants to start again. He wants to start again. The conversations we had was so off because I had grown more, like I had expanded. I wasn't used to the conversations both of us were having before. So I was just watching him from afar, and he was like walking slowly, thinking I would actually come and meet him and start a conversation. So I just decided to just do as if, yes, how is everyone in the house? I was talking to my mom. I was like, how is everyone in the house? And I walked past the guy. I was like, this conversation cannot. It cannot, because you will feel uncomfortable hanging out with people who don't really want to see you. So yeah, you feel uncomfortable doing things that you were able to do, have conversations that were not even relevant, and doing all sorts. So spiritual growth is measurable. You can measure it. You can measure it using the fruits of the spirit. Love, kindness, peace. Name them. Name them. You have a lot. You can use the fruits of the spirit and it will be more evident in your life. You can just say, I am loving, I'm caring. And it must show in your character, the way you act, it must be very evident, the way you carry yourself, the way you have conversations with people. It must be part of your life. Yeah. So another one is desire for the sincere milk of the word. In this aspect, you must be willing to be open to changes when it comes to wanting to hear the word. There must be a desire. You must have the experience when trying to advise people, most especially when you've grown up. Yes, I would like to say this. As a Christian, if you are actually trying to advise someone, you must have grown to a level. You must have grown to a level, because people who are still at the newborn stage in Christian life, the devil will not even see. The devil will not even look at your face. He will just be looking at you. This guy doesn't want to expand in his Christian life. You will now go and shoot arrows at him. And you know the worst part? When the devil shoots arrows at you, you will crash. You will get hurt. A full-blown adult who has grown like to a certain level, that God has called this person his friend, because Abraham was called God's friend. You will know, you will be able to discern, you will be able to tell people that when I was at this stage of my Christian life, this was what happened to me. And I hope that you will now go and be quoting scriptures, making sure that, okay, fine, this person is willing to grow, come out of that newborn stage. You must have that experience before actually advising newborns in the Christendom. But it must be when they are willing to grow, because not everybody that you're advising will be willing to grow. I also had that experience. There was a friend I was always chatting with. I was like always sending Bible scriptures, advising him about God, and next thing you know, the guy will just, most especially from the songs he listens to, always like that. You must be purely spiritual about everything. Life is spiritual. From the songs you listen to, the things you watch, most times the things you watch actually contribute to your spiritual life. I watch a lot of Christian movies, sometimes Nigerian films, but these Nigerian films are purely Christian. Sometimes you have to pick the negative parts and replace it with, what should I have done if I were in this person's shoes? Would I have applied the same method, or would I have done something better? So the things you watch also has effects on your spiritual life. The people you relate with have effect on your spiritual life. So if they are not willing to grow, then even Jesus couldn't heal everyone. So some of them, they had faith, some of them, they do not have faith. So people who got healed, they got their healing through faith, while others, they were just there saying, oh God, what is this? Oh God, what is this? They were shouting. No faith. They were drained when it came to faith. So they must be willing to grow, and they shouldn't pretend. They shouldn't pretend. So now I want to ask you a question. Are you willing to grow? Are you willing to grow spiritually? If you are, what are the things you start doing? What are the things you start doing to prove that you are willing to grow in a way that you never experience it? And if you've already grown, if you're already in a spiritual phase whereby you already know that yes, I've stopped doing these things? What are the things you used to do before that you are no more comfortable with? And what are the fruits of the Spirit that are very evident in your life? So now, another thing is to cultivate a prayerful life. Prayer is not an evidence in your life. It's not like a marriage party. It is not a marriage party. It is not a birthday party. It is not anything at all you can think about that is an event. It is something that you must cultivate every day. Prayer is not an event that you just live once in a while. You also need books and items that will help you to grow. Prayer manuals. You need people who will lead you to Christ. That's what I was saying. It also has to do with people that you are surrounding yourself around. You cannot say this thing I will pray next week. Yes, I will pray next week. When your pastor is telling you, angel, pray, oh, pray, oh, pray, oh, you say, I will pray next week. I have plans to pray. And when you get home, that's when your friends, your family people will now come and start distracting you. Distraction should be one thing that you must fight when it comes to prayer life, because when the devil sees that you want to make an effort to talk to God, he sends people your way to distract you. So, things you need: books, prayer books. You need prayer books. You need prayer manuals. We have a lot of them in this world. You need people who lead you to Christ. Mentors who are grounded in faith and are born of God. Not people who are telling you, go and start dating, or go and start, most especially when you've not found your purpose. They are the people that will advise you, go and start dating, you need to start dating. People that are even supposed to get married now, they're supposed to have mentors that will help them, advise them that okay, go and find your purpose before you get married. That's the essence of having mentors in your life, to see you grow. People who want to see you grow, people who want to see you get successful, and keep accountability of your Christian life. When you have people who are accountable to make sure you are accountable, they will tell you that see you did, it was not right. Go and apologize, or go and make it right. So you need people around you who are accountable to keep you accountable. And lastly, you must look up to Jesus, because those people that you are actually telling that they should be accountable of making sure that you're accountable, they have someone they're looking up to. Let's say you are looking up to your father is looking, it's something that is a phase. Your father's father, you're just like that, it's a phase. It's a tree. So like now, I have a mentor. I am myself like this now. I have a mentor. My mentor has a mentor. My mentor's mentor has a mentor. It's just like that. And let's say my mentor's mentor is Jesus Christ. So every of your circle must have Jesus in the center. So lastly, I would like to say, let it be a habit. Let it be a habit. Let it be a habit. Let prayer be a habit, because it's a one-on-one conversation with Christ. You cannot say, I will pray tomorrow. You see, most times, that is where Jesus Christ, when you have that conversation, that prayer, the more you pray, the more God starts to speak to you. The more you pray, the more God will start giving you direction about your life. The more you pray, God will now tell you, this is what I want you to be. Why? Because He's the author and finisher of your faith. He's the one that drew a map of your life. So if you don't even go and pay attention to God's calling, or you talking to Christ, you will miss it. So not everybody, I'm sure not everybody, in fact everybody, I'm sure, doesn't want to miss their calling and doesn't want to miss heaven. So you must grow spiritually, move away from the things that will kill you spiritually, things that will haunt you physically, because the physical aspect, I'm talking about mentors and friends, and use items that will build you mentally, physically, spiritually. I have a lot of that. While I was at the conference, they gave me building beyond you. So thank you everyone for your time. I hope that you learned something, and I pray that God will lead you, guide you, and help you to navigate. Thank you.